Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Coin Mindset. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We're just trying to get through the day. And I'll tell you what, I'm having some difficulties. Yeah, I reset something on my computer right before I went live. And of course, that messed everything up. And I'm like scrambling to get back in here and get live. So, but definitely live right now. We're going to go through a lot of stuff here and talk about how this 2024 here in the United States is going to be a cryptocurrency related election cycle. It looks like a lot of my notifications are going out. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. But for those who are coming in or watching this after the fact, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Take the bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified when I'm going live. Because honestly, I don't know that YouTube is liking me lately, looking at my metrics. But what the hell can you do, right? What can you do? So anyway, let's jump in and take a quick look at the markets, see how things are going. And yeah, we'll go from there. So add that to the stage, put up the not financial advice tab, and let's take a look at what's going on. Bitcoin right now, 57,616, not too bad, not too shabby, looking pretty steady at this point in comparison to what we've seen, and on maybe a slight upward trend. So we'll see how things keep going with that. Ethereum still holding back above 3K, barely though it may be. BNB 524.39, still down over 5%, but you know what? I'll take it. Still a strong price considering they've done everything they can to just obliterate privacy coins. Okay, what else we got going on? Solana, pretty much even keeled here at this point, 141.52, but still down overall. We got, it is what it is. I think Solana, again, going to do good. I'm not a Solana fan. I'm not, if you've been here for any length of time. But hey, is what it is here at this point. Excuse me. Let's keep going. XRP still down over 8%, 43 cents. Not bad. I guess, especially if you're looking to get a little more in the way of XRP. Doge still at 10 cents, down 8% right there. Not bad if you're looking to go and get thing going on right now. With the new I forgot whatever it's bringing in here. Sorry, anybody in the live chat, feel free to give me that information because I'm having a brain cramp right now and I can't remember. But still down over 5% at 38 cents. Tron on the way up. I like it. Listen, I'm not a fan of Justin Sun, but Tron has a real use case for providing quick transactions at low fees, especially for USDT, which is in demand in many parts of the globe that are just suffering from hyperinflation. So good for them. AVAX, I like AVAX. Definitely a base portfolio coin, if you ask me. 26.25. Again, remember, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy, interwebs. Let's keep going here. Chainlink, another one that I think is going to be a good base coin. Definitely huge buying opportunity right now with regard to Chainlink. 9% down. Look at this. $12.80. Great buying opportunity, if you ask me. I like stopping at Uniswap. I don't use Uniswap a lot, but if you're looking DeFi exchanges, it is one of the biggest exchanges out there. So you got to stop and respect for their price action, even though it's down 5% over the last 7 days. You got to have some respect for it because you want to know what? After being served the Wells notice, other companies, well, I don't know, I want to call it a company, but other coins and tokens might just and collapse, and Uniswap just got stronger. So I'll take it. Litecoin, I like it for what it's meant to be, down almost 10%, 66.15. You use it for what you got to use it for. Again, this is what I use to pay for my VPN service. If you're interested in a VPN, I use and suggest Torguard VPN. Basically, you get, if you use the link in the description of this live stream, you get 50% off for life on whatever it is, whatever plan you decide you're going to use. And I use Litecoin to pay for it because then they don't need any of my information. I'm using crypto, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and honestly, all other cryptocurrencies pretty much you can use, although I've had limited success with their processor for that. But Bitcoin, Litecoin is solid. Automatic Beats in the house. Good morning, sir. Appreciate you being here. Hey, listen, you missed Solana, so go ahead, get it in the chat there, and I'll make sure I put it up on the screen because there ain't no stream that is complete without your 2 cents about Solana. All right, let's keep going here. Matic looking pretty good, down 6.2%, 50 cents. Good buy for Matic. I mean, just is. Caspa still looking pretty strong, even though it's down almost 2% on the last 7 days at just under 17 cents, 16.7 cents. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Cass on fire lately, and yeah. Oh, Automatic Beats, you're too funny. Soul crabbing to the moon. Yes. It does seem that way, doesn't it? I'll tell you what. That's funny. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Let's keep going here a little bit more. And Pepe looking down 10% here, 10.5% actually, but still good price for Pepe. Let's see, Monero, I like privacy coins, and I think they're going to have a big place, down 7.5% basically over the last 7 days, but still, in my opinion, holding really strong, 153.71. When you're talking, delisted off every major centralized exchange. I mean, sorry, still doing good. Render, one of those DPIM projects that you can vote for every Friday night, Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're jumping on in. As a matter of fact, for that matter, you can join in to Crypto on the Rocks, talk about whatever it is you're looking to talk about, and you get to vote for what we're going to dollar cost average into. I try to show you how you can take $25 every week, dollar cost average, and make a little bit of money in the process of that. Well, thank you, Automatic Beats. I'm glad you appreciate the streams. I actually enjoy doing them, so appreciate that. Thanks. All right, let's go down a little bit more here, and then we got a lot of stuff to go over today, and then we'll get into more. HBAR, I'll tell you what, matter of fact, you know what? I've got to do it today. I've got to go on DCA into HBAR because this is just a great price for HBAR right here. Down 9.5%, 6 cents, 6.5 cents. I mean, you can't beat that. Filecoin, look, my goodness. I thought it was a good buy at $5. Filecoin, $3.88, down 6.5%. B-Chain, about even keeled, 2.5 cents. I think V-Chain's, I've always been a fan of V-Chain, to be quite frank. Let's see. Let's go down to WIF, talk about, and Bonk. Bonk, look at this, up 11, almost 12%. Now, on the other hand, you got WIF down over 13%. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. I think that's where we're going to call this at this point. And we're going to get into the meat of the matter today, which is how this election cycle is going to be a cryptocurrency related election here in the United States. And to that end, I actually had an interview on the Squawk Box queued up, but I lost it when I couldn't find it before I went live, and I wasn't going to not go live to have it. They are talking about some of the stuff going on Capitol Hill today, a lot of crypto related type things going on in DC today, and we may touch on a little bit of that toward the end, but right now, I mean, great to see that this kind of stuff is happening in DC. But let's bring up the first thing and start getting through some of this stuff. So we've seen a lot of things coming up here with regard to Congress, presidential candidates, et cetera, with regard to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in particular. And right here, statement from House of Representatives. It says president. He's not the president. But anyway, obviously this was written from somebody outside the country. But the point of the matter is, in this particular article, they're talking about stable coins more as a way to stabilize the U.S. economy. Now, I don't think that that's necessarily the case, but the fact that they're even discussing stable coins here in the United States, I think, is a huge thing. Stable coins can be that bridge, that way in to bringing people into the cryptocurrency market. I mean, I've talked about it in a number of my live streams. Matter of fact, a couple of those links to some of those live streams are in the description of this live stream. So if you haven't already watched that, go ahead, check those out. But yeah, huge. Just having it even talked about to me is a huge thing. Again, the sentiment, in my opinion, changing, where, a lot of these, and it's kind of funny, we're going to listen to Perry Ann from the Digital Chamber of Commerce pretty much say this again at the end of her talk that we're going to listen to, where, right now, politicians being anti-crypto is basically a death sentence for their political careers. It just is here in the United States. We have estimates are between 50 and 85 million U.S. citizens currently talking and dealing in cryptocurrency. So why would you want to be on the wrong side of that voting block? It doesn't even make sense. But then again, you got Elizabeth Warren making 0 sense because she's on the other side of that damn voting block. And not for nothing, speaking of Elizabeth Warren, John Deaton for Senate.com, get her out of there. If you're in Massachusetts, and I do know I've got people who watch this stream in Massachusetts, man, do yourself a favor. Get Elizabeth Warren out of there. Let's put in some pro-crypto people. Hell, just pro-common sense people. And you can check out his website again, John Deaton for Senate.com. Feel free to donate. And he does accept crypto donations. Very positive advocate here in the cryptocurrency space. And yeah, I've already done my donations. And, you can always use more, I guess. Elizabeth Warren has some deep pocket people. I mean, come on, the Banking Association wrote her last bill. So, that should pretty much sum it up right there. The GOP's vision for 2024, Bitcoin mining and self-custody as catalysts for the U.S. economy. Now, this is huge. And we're going to look at it outside of this article right here, but I wanted to bring up an article. And again, links to everything I'm showing you in the description of this live stream. So go ahead and check those out. Do your own research. Matter of fact, let me put that right up on the screen. You got to do your own research, man, for anything in the cryptocurrency space. Don't be taking my word for it. Go and find it out. But in order to show you where I'm getting this information, etc., I want to make sure that you are having the links to all of that. And it's always in the description of this live stream. And if for whatever reason I find something last minute, I always put it in the live chat so you can then go and check it out on your own. But again, recently, the GOP, or the RNC rather, the Republican National Committee, put out their platform. And as you can see here, the GOP's vision in 2024, Bitcoin mining and self-custody were just key points in that platform. And we're going to go take a look at that because we got a better view from of that from a tweet. And let me bring that up right now so we can take a look at that. I thought this was huge. They've learned that, again, we have a humongous voting block here in the United States of people who are in cryptocurrency. They realize the U.S. is just going in debt at the rate of $1 trillion every 90 days. And it's a debt spiral at this point, and they need to protect themselves, their family, their wealth. But anyway, right here, they posted the building the economy. This is a section of their platform, okay? And they talk about a couple of things: cutting regulations, which, not for nothing, think it would be a good idea, because regulation destroys business. It just does. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you dice it. The more red tape, the worse it is for businesses, especially small businesses. So there's that. Again, make Trump tax cuts permanent, and no tax on tips. I can't even believe they tax tips. Waitresses, waiters don't even get the minimum wage because they get tips in a lot of states. And how can then you're taxing the tip, man? It's like, talk about, I don't know. That's just bullshit to me. But what the hell do I know? Anyway, to basically make the Trump era tax cuts, which are expiring, I believe, in 2025, permanent. And again, tips, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be taxing that shit. Fair and reciprocal trade deals. Come on, does that only make sense? We live in a global economy. Reliable and abundant low-cost energy. And not for nothing, I feel like, crypto is definitely part of that as well, even though they don't highlight it in that section. They actually highlight it in the next section, where it's talking about oh boy, being a champion of innovation here in the United States. And right here, they have a subsection on crypto, AI, etc. But right here, I'll read this section. Republicans and Democrats will end Democrats' unlawful and un-American crypto crackdown, because that's all the FJB administration has done. Hence the SAB 21 veto override vote today down in Washington, D.C., and oppose the creation of a central bank digital currency. Hallelujah. We will defend the right to mine Bitcoin and ensure every American has the right to self-custody of their digital assets. Again, perfect. And they took a lot of this from the Satoshi Action Fund and some recent legislation that came in on some of the states that the Satoshi Action Fund helped to put out there. And good. That's good, well worded, and positive legislation, albeit at the state level, that now hopefully they can bring into the federal level. Again, I don't want to say all you hear, but you're hearing more and more of these candidates, not only at the local and state levels, but now at the federal level, talking about cryptocurrency. I get it. A lot of times it's Bitcoin specific, but let's be honest, at the end of the day, they can't just carve out for Bitcoin. Or let's just say it wouldn't be in their benefit to just carve out a section for Bitcoin. That you need to have it covered, like it mentioned in the second half of that statement, for digital assets. And now, though it's a retweet of the same thing we were just looking at, I love Senator Lummis. Definitely a huge cryptocurrency advocate in the Senate. And I just wanted to read her post here. How it started: tick tock, next block, right? Bitcoin, the next block every 10 minutes ish. How it's going: tick tock, boom, Bitcoin and the great American comeback. And she's highlighting what we're talking about, right? We just talked about right here. And thank God for her in the Senate, being a major advocate for the cryptocurrency space, Bitcoin in particular. And we need more advocates in the Senate, having that tact and taking the fight to the centralized entities like the SEC, and basically letting cryptocurrency be what it's supposed to be, which is freedom money. Okay, freedom money. And we're going to talk more about that at the end when I do my wrap up, because again, I'm going to highlight it really quick here, but you need to be able to live on crypto, know how to do it before you need to know how to do it. I have an entire playlist on my YouTube channel dedicated to just that. Started with the interview with Joel Valenzuela and has come through to the latest one. I've got a couple more coming. They're in the works. So watch for those. Disclosure crypto in the house. What's that say? Anything, I'm guessing he means anyone, want to discuss about the Gary network? Well, I am not familiar with it, so discussing it here probably not going to happen with me anyway. But anybody else in the live chat want to talk about it? Hit up Disclosure Crypto in there and talk Gary network. Appreciate you being here, though. Disclosure Crypto, appreciate that. All right, so I just, again, I know she's retweeting what we just looked at, but I love Senator Loomis and the fact that she just basically puts it out straight right there. I love it. Now, we have a couple of things that we're going to listen to in this live stream, and I'll obviously put my 2 cents in there and so on. But the first one is actually from Pomp, and you see him all the time, Anthony Pompliano, all the time on like the Squawk Box and all these other, CNBC and other, help me, mainstream media outlets who have, their financial section when they want to talk about Bitcoin, they want to talk about cryptocurrency. Most of the times they're bringing on Pomp, and he puts out a daily newsletter. I love his daily newsletter. I'm subscribed. If you're interested, again, links to everything I'm talking about and or showing you right now in the description of this live stream. So go ahead, check that out. I'm going to bring this up. It's about 3 minutes long, and I mean, I may put my 2 cents in there in various locations, but I want to let you listen to this whole thing because I think it's important to hear that. And basically he's talking now, this particular, okay, what just happened here? Oh, there it is. Okay. This particular newsletter that he put out was about a month ago. As a matter of fact, it was right after Trump met with the Bitcoin miners in Mar-a-Lago. So that was like the beginning of June, I think. He put this newsletter out, but I thought it was a good introduction to the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is now, again, we talked about how definitely local, definitely in the state. Again, John Deaton for Senate.com. Go there, find out about this man, and get Elizabeth Warren the hell out of there. But then the federal level, and we have advocates in Congress, obviously, and we've got people like Perry Ann, who we're going to listen to at the end, from the Digital Chamber of Commerce, sitting there and advocating on a larger scale for better and streamlined crypto regulation at the federal level. But I want you to listen to this, because then we're going to talk about the major presidential candidates for 2024 and talk a little bit about their current and maybe future positions with regard to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So let me just start this out again, about 3 minutes long, and I may interrupt somewhere in between, but let's give it a listen.
Good morning, everyone. Bang, bang. There are 2 goals when investing: protect your downside and optimize your upside. Most investors focus on the latter, but protecting your downside is critically important when investing in new asset classes. A good investor must understand the risks. They must underwrite all possible situations. The more you know what you can lose, the more you can mitigate those situations. But some investors take this too far. This is where the pessimists thrive. These doomsday advocates will find a low probability situation and harp on it endlessly. Their goal is to scare people while believing they look smart.
Yep.
That is not how markets work, though. Probabilities live in the math discipline, not psychology. No amount of fear-mongering can change the probability of an outcome. This is a point that I've been explaining for years now.
Okay, and I'm going to stop right there for 1 second, because this is something that we actually, I say we, because I was joined on Monday's live stream by Joe from Trade Intuition. And this is something he was talking probabilities and trading. And you got Pomp kind of mentioning it here. And yeah, I know Joe went into it a little bit, and he talked about how, people look at those probabilities and then they trade from an emotional point, on an emotional standpoint. And that's just wrong. When you trade with emotions, you lose almost every time. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. You have to be level-headed. And like Joe has a very simple strategy with doing it. And listen, I want to put this out there, and I apologize, I didn't prep for it ahead of time. But I've been talking with Joe. That Monday live stream was actually pretty well received. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to be doing that going forward. And we're going to call it Crypto Market Monday. And Joe's going to be joining in. We'll talk about any of the latest news or whatever happens over the weekend, obviously. But then we're going to let Joe look at the charts and just kind of give you guys some free information on Bitcoin or whatever other chart we end up going through during that live stream. So look forward to that starting this coming Monday. And anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get that far off track, but we'll get back into Pomp talking here about these probabilities.
The Bitcoin critics are a prime example of what happens when you let sloppy thinking trick you into believing math doesn't exist. One of the main arguments that Bitcoin critics have had for a while is that the US government is going to ban Bitcoin. These individuals point to the executive order criminalizing gold almost a century ago. They pontificate on academic theories for why Bitcoin or crypto is bad for America. It is all nonsense.
Well, I agree with him that it's all nonsense, but I want to put my 2 cents in here. I do have a concern with regard to this, and it's based mostly in the current rate of growth of the Bitcoin ETFs. They're holding more and more Bitcoin. They are having, for the most part, positive inflows on like literally a daily basis. Well, daily that they trade, because again, they are only Monday through Friday for the most part. But I mean, they have locked up, have control over a crap ton of Bitcoin right now. And they're centralized entities that are controlled by the government. So I don't know. I agree that, a lot of what he mentioned there is definitely like smoke and mirrors, the hell with that. But I'm very concerned, and I guess we're going to just have to see as time plays out if these ETFs are the, I don't know, something coming in the back door to otherwise try to control Bitcoin. Anyway, let's get on.
Pessimists sound smart, optimists make money. The truth is that these critics have been proven wrong. Bitcoin mining is solving many of America's energy problems. Bitcoin is protecting Americans' purchasing power better than any other asset. And stablecoin issuers have become one of the largest buyers of U.S. debt. Crypto is solving real problems for the country. Don't just take my word for it, though. President Trump met with many of the largest Bitcoin miners yesterday at Mar-a-Lago. Bitcoin Magazine described the situation with the following quote, Donald Trump met with the Bitcoin Magazine CEO David Bailey and several prominent U.S. Bitcoin miners. The meeting saw Trump commit to championing Bitcoin mining both in Washington, D.C. and on the global stage. Among the attendees were representatives from leading Bitcoin mining firms, including CleanSpark, Riot Platforms, Marathon Digital, and other notable industry players. Key figures present included Matthew Schultz from CleanSpark, Jason Less and Brian Morgenstern from Riot Platforms, Salman Khan of Marathon Digital, and Amanda Fabiano of Fabiano Consulting, formerly head of mining at Galaxy and director of Bitcoin mining at Fidelity, end quote. Now, this situation would have been unfathomable just a few months ago. It doesn't stop there. After the meeting, Trump took to Truth Social to confirm his interest in protecting Bitcoin mining in the United States. He posted, "Vote for Trump. Bitcoin mining may be our last line of defense against the CBDC. Biden's hatred of Bitcoin only helps China, Russia, and the radical communist left. We want all the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the USA. It will help us be energy dominant."
Amen.
Forget the politics of who is saying the message. Focus on the fact that the leading presidential candidate is openly supporting the industry. It is getting harder to see a world where the U.S. government would ban Bitcoin, shut down mining, or kick the crypto industry out of the country. The technology has proven that it can solve too many problems. Remember, investing is about protecting the downside and optimizing for the upside. Having the U.S. government embrace Bitcoin and crypto rather than ban it increases the odds that the downside is protected. Yes. My guess is there will be more competition between Trump and Biden as we get closer to the election. Each candidate will make grand promises. They will do their best to gather votes for the industry. Some of the things they say will come true, others will not. It doesn't matter though. Both candidates are headed in a pro-crypto direction. That will be a large tailwind for the industry in the coming years. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to everyone tomorrow.
Okay, so like I said, I that was from about a month ago. Trying to get rid of that there. Here we go. Did that work? Yep, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. And now the one thing that worries me, upsets me, I don't know, whatever adjective you want to use about that newsletter and the end of his statements there is that, you know, he's talking about the two major candidates, and okay, I guess technically there are two major candidates with regard to the presidential election in Trump and Biden. But there is a third candidate, Robert Kennedy. He has a lot of support here in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, you don't have to go far to see that. And I don't like, I actually quite dislike the fact that these two major parties are trying to ice him out. And three-way elections here in the United States always end up being a shit show. They just do. I don't know. Anyway, the point is the fact that you've got major U.S. candidates, and again, I'm about to show you Trump and Kennedy, who are, you know, coming out with a more pro-crypto stance. So, for example, again, now this was recent. This just came out here. Trump doubles down on pro-crypto pivot in RNC-backed policy doc. Now, again, remember, this is referring very much to the document we looked at in the beginning of this live stream, with the RNC putting crypto basically front and center as part of their platform here in 2024. But we've had so many comments from Trump. And now, again, I am not saying that, Trump is going to be the guy for crypto. It's not about that. I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for. I mean, like I got in the bottom here, do your own damn research. But I think that you got to weigh everything and then make a decision. The fact now, has he been orange pilled, as it were? I don't know. I think he has a better appreciation for cryptocurrency now, after meeting with Bitcoin miners, after meeting with, basically representatives of the crypto industry. So I think he has a better perspective with regard to cryptocurrency. And so that can, in my opinion, that can only bode well for the cryptocurrency space in a Trump administration. Again, a Biden administration, here's what I got to say about a Biden administration. Again, do your own research, but FJB. Anyway, oop, crap, wrong button. Here I am, I'm back. Oh man. Sometimes these live streams don't go exactly how you planned. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's take a look though at the third party candidate, basically here, Kennedy, RFK Jr. And now listen, he has been, and this article is focusing a little bit on him pardoning Russ Albright, who was the one who put together Silk Road. But it also does talk about his BTC stance, etc. And he's been very pro crypto, I know, with regard to Bitcoin, privacy, etc. So right to self-custody, so on. And again, he is definitely a popular candidate with the cryptocurrency crowd. So, and as a point of fact, was the first candidate to come out in a pro-crypto stance. So, take that for what it's worth. Take that for what it's worth. But so now you've got two of the three, and you've got Biden meeting with these people and looking to take crypto donations, even though they got the SEC attacking Coinbase. Yeah, we'll use Coinbase. Idiots. They're freaking idiots. But then again, Biden ain't running this country anyway. But that's a whole nother conversation for another live stream. But I want to kind of end this thought process on the federal level with an interview that Perry-Ann from the Digital Chamber of Commerce did. And let me bring it up right here. Here it is. And it was on Last Call on CNBC. They brought her on to talk about it. And we're going to bring that up. It's about a minute and a half long or something like that. Yeah. And we're going to give it a listen, and then you know what, I'm going to give you my 2 cents, and then we'll wrap this live stream up here. But let's go to Perry-Ann.
It's interesting to see the Republicans come out so strongly, because it used to be that Trump had some suspicion of crypto, and now he's, launched his own NFTs. What do you make of the Republican Party's embrace? And what's behind it? And where is it your sense that the Democrats and the current White House stand?
Hey, Kantata, it's great to be with you. And yes, as you noted, Donald Trump has come a very long way in his crypto policy. When he was president, he said he was not a fan of Bitcoin, or cryptocurrencies, and he's now matured into adopting a pro-crypto position for the entire GOP platform. This is a large result of education. It takes time to really understand the critical importance of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. Ultimately, blockchains are what we will use to facilitate transactions in the future digital economy, and it's in our interest.
Okay, and I just want to pause that there for 1 second. I know she's almost done, but she brings up a good point. It's about education, and again, very much why I do these live streams pretty much 5 days a week, and try to have different avenues for reaching people, because there needs to be education about cryptocurrency. There needs to be education about Bitcoin, obviously, because that's going to lead the way, as well as other cryptocurrencies, about blockchain, about self-custody, hardware wallets, software, hot wallets, cold wallets, you name it. There needs to be that kind of education to the masses that will be and are slowly right now entering the cryptocurrency space. So I love the fact that, Perry-Ann is talking about that here, and the Digital Chamber of Commerce is a part of that education process in DC. And again, we talked about Dennis Porter and the Satoshi Action Fund, who is working more and focusing more at the state level with regard to that kind of education process. So again, I'm gonna put her back on here. I apologize for throwing my 2 cents in there, but I really do believe that education is key.
It's in the United States economic interest that we are the country that leads in the development of building this financial infrastructure. And it's also becoming the will of the people that whoever is in the White House adopts a pro-crypto policy. So we've come a long way, and this is very much legitimizing the technology itself.
And like I said earlier, to be anti-crypto here in the United States and being a politician who's anti-crypto, you basically, it's like kiss of death for your political campaign, because again, we have between 50 and 80 million person voter block who is active. The people in cryptocurrency, for the most part, are quite active. Think about it. Where crypto's 24/7 7,365 market. And for most of us, we're willing to take part in that, willing to be part of that. And if we have that kind of willingness, what do you think is going to happen when it comes time to vote? That's all I'm saying. So in my opinion, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, not a political advisor, old guy, interwebs. But in my opinion, this 2024 election in November here in the United States. Yeah, it's going to be a crypto election, man. It's going to be a crypto election. All right, so let's wrap this thing up. Again, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're on Facebook, I can see I got a couple of people. Thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that. And make sure you share this, because I can see that if notifications went out, I'm thinking a lot of notifications did not go out about this live stream. I don't know. I really am feeling the shadow banning from YouTube. But anyway, that's my problem. I'm going to just keep going and keep putting this information out, trying to keep educating people and getting this info out there. But if you could help with that, I'd appreciate it. All right, so what's going on here, Crypto Coin Mindset, for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow I'll be live again, 10 a.m. I'm going to be talking, which has basically gone under, some of the protests that are going on with regard to that. And it's going to be a shorter live stream. I have an appointment tomorrow, but I wanted to just kind of get that information out there, because obviously it's not something we're hearing a lot about. And I really do believe that there will be ripple effects, even though, you've got the Fed back stopping things right now. We're in a global economy, and I really do believe that there will be eventual ripple effects due to this and other bank collapses that are obviously going to happen. So that's for tomorrow's live stream. I'm hoping to have my video edited for Friday, God willing, and then I'll drop that video on Friday, and then I'm live Friday night, Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Come on in, join Crypto on the Rocks, and you get to vote what we're going to dollar cost average into for this week. Deep in projects for the second half of 2024 are the choices you have, and we will we'll go through that when we're there. And then I'm going to tell you, if you are not following me on my Patreon, I mean, $5 a month, literally, to get access to after hours crypto. It would be worth the $5 just for after hours crypto. Okay, yeah, you guys are missing out on a lot. So links to that and joining Patreon in the description of this live stream. Go ahead, check that out. So Friday night, we got Crypto on the Rocks. Right after Crypto on the Rocks, we're going to after hours crypto, strictly behind the paywall, because sometimes it's quite the controversial conversation, and not for nothing, it doesn't always stick to crypto. So we do talk a lot of politics and other things. So yeah, definitely behind the paywall. Again, little as $5 a month, $5 a month. All right. And that's pretty much the rest of my week. Don't forget, Monday, we're going to be starting, Joe from Trade Intuition and I are going to be starting the Monday series, Crypto Market Monday. So watch for that coming out next Monday. And that's about it. I appreciate everybody being here today. I appreciate everybody being in the live chat, Disclosure Crypto, Automatic Beats. Appreciate you guys. And anyone else who was sitting in there but didn't want to chime in on the live chat. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, smash that like button. Thumbs up if you're on Facebook. Appreciate that. And hit that subscribe button if you're new. All right, I'm out, and I will see you all tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here. Take care.